there! Welcome to the first lesson of Pragmatics. My name is Nancy, and here's Renee, my co-presenter. We're from the Ho Chi Minh University of Social Sciences and Humanities. Today, we're gonna help you explore some basics of pragmatics, from definition, deixis, categorization of deixis, to presupposition. And now, let's dive in our first session of today. What is pragmatics? Pragmatics is the study of the invisible thing, or how we recognize what it meant even when it's not actually said or written. We must use the meanings of the words, the context in which they occur, and some pre-existing knowledge of what would be likely a message as we work toward a reasonable interpretation of what the producer of the sign intended it to convey. Our interpretation of the meaning of the sign is not based solely on the words, but on what we think the writer intended to communicate. Let's look at an example and its contextual meaning. Picture this. You're talking to a neighbor and they look bored. Your neighbor keeps looking at their watch, and they don't appear to be paying much attention to what you're saying. Suddenly, they say, "Gosh, would you look at the time?" The literal meaning is that your neighbor is instructing you to look at the time. However, we can infer that they are trying to get away from the conversation due to the general body language. Welcome back! In this video, we'll be discussing another aspect of pragmatics, which is deixis. A deictic expression or deixis is a word or phrase such as this, that, these, those, now, then, that points to the person, time, place, or a situation in which a speaker is speaking. Deixis interpretation is relative to the usually extra-linguistic context of the utterance, such as who's speaking, the time or place, the gestures of the speaker, and the current location of the discourse. And deixis can be broken down into different categories. Renee, can you tell me which categories are they?
Yes, of course. Thank you, Nancy. Hello, I'm Renee. Now let's dive into different categories of deixis, shall we? First, we have personal deixis. These categories included pronouns like I, you, he, she, we, and they. For example, in the sentence, I will meet you at the park. I and you are personal deixis, indicating the speaker and the listener. Next is spatial deixis. These words indicate a location relative to the speaker or listener, and include terms like this, that, here, there. For instance, let's sit here, where here specifies a location near the speaker. Finally, we have temporal deixis. These categories refer to expressions that locate an event in time relative to the moment of speaking. Words like now, then, today, tomorrow, and yesterday fall into this category. For example, we are living now, with now indicating the current time. Isn't it easy? That's all about deixis. Thank you for watching. Welcome back. My name is Renee. Now let's get back to the last section of today's lesson, presupposition. Presupposition involve the assumptions or beliefs that are implied by the speaker and understood by the listener without being explicitly stated. For instance, if I say, Jane's brother is visiting, it presupposes that Jane has a brother. Let's take a look at another example. Why did you quit your job? Can you guess what the presupposition is in this sentence? Yes, this sentence presupposes that the person had a job and the person no longer have it. One more. If I had passed the exam, I would be rich now. Let's find out the presupposition, shall we? This presupposes that the person did not pass the exam and the person is not rich now. That's it for today. Remember to do your handout and thank you for watching. We will see you next time.